Well, I thought I was going to get up early today. Actually, I thought I was going to get up around 5:30 in the morning, and I was going to take the world. I was going to take the world by storm, and that did not happen. I took my thyroid medication a little bit late, and I will not do that again. And that was a bit of a problem. Looking in the news, I guess affirmative action is going to be in court. And for the Harvard admissions, I think their admission policy is going to be
smile big, your best
under the court. And I guess people are making statements like next they're going to go after Brown versus the Board of Education. And it's rather silly and hyperbolic to make statements like that. But what are you going to do? If you confront a crazy person or a hyperbolic person, are they really going to listen to reason? There's a part of me with my ego that I want to confront them. But I realize that that's not a good idea. And I was listening to Luke Ford today. And he said, look, if you hammer somebody and go after them, and if your reasoning angers them, they're just going to try to hurt you. And unless you have to, it's probably best to avoid them. Many of them are not there to have any kind of intellectual discussion with you. And unless they're in positions of power, and you have to bring something to the table, else they're not going to listen to you. And sometimes you just got to avoid and go about your daily life. Sometimes there are two options. You can stand your ground and fight, but if you know you're going to lose, it oftentimes is best to flee. The state that I am in, California, a lot of people have left. And I wonder if more people will continue to leave. Perhaps. It's just a matter of time. Before many people start to leave. But you never know. He also said another interesting thing. which was the penis doesn't lie. And I guess to a degree, people are honest when they're horny, hungry, in pain, and vulnerable. But you have to get to that spot where somebody is vulnerable. And a lot of times when people, it's kind of hard when a person is, a person is hard-headed to get to a space where they can kind of see things from your side. And people by nature usually have in-group preference. And it's rather difficult to step outside of that and look at something from somebody else's perspective. But I think it's sometimes important to do that if you want to have any kind of negotiating power. People are not going to negotiate with a zealot or with a person that's not willing to give in. In some things, if you don't want to compromise, it might be best to pack your things and go. I mean, you can stay and fight, but if you, like I said before, if you know that you're going to lose, and you cannot deal with it, it's sometimes best to flee. I myself am surrounded by things that do make me angry, but I kind of have to assess it and say, yeah, it's upsetting seeing certain signs and looking at certain behaviors. But I also realize there's nothing I can do about that. And even if the establishment gives it power, does it really bother me that much? I don't have any children. So the future is not necessarily a progressive. Well, I have a person in I haven't seen in a while. I will invite her, but she hasn't wanted to come in a long time. So I don't know if she's going to come in. The late great Debbie Daly, who I've known for over 10 years. We have yet to meet, but yeah, it's just it's interesting the turns that the world is taking. I remember this person who just said hello to me, Debbie, and I used to be known as Mr. Midnight Movie. I kind of still am. I still love movies to a degree, not as much as I used to. But all right, I'll give you a few minutes to come in, and I'll just say, we knew each other on Blog Talk Radio, and then on Spreaker, and it was a fun time. And there are a lot of guffawing laughs that I had with her and the cast of characters, including myself and Mr. Solution. And it was, I had some internet growth on that I had. I mean, there was a lot of, she said she will come in a few minutes to give her some time, and I shall give her some time to I'm hoping, Dennis Dyke, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so, but you never know. A lot of things happening out there. A lot of people miss Debbie. Debbie has not been around on the Spreaker sphere or the other or anything else. Just going to share my video here of BLM. Police groups slam Black Lives Matter chapter, and this is a chapter in D.C., for complaining shot police offensive treated heroes. Where's the money that where's the money that they collect? And it kind of shows like where their minds are at. This is a young and kind of immature organization that it was given a lot of power. And I'm just pointing them out because that's where they're at. And there we have Master of Rope. Master of Rope. But damn right, these police officers are heroes. They gave their lives to protect. So yeah. A lot of other vulgar language out there. And just I'm looking at the whole picture here. And yeah, Master of Rope. Debbie has news. I think Debbie was meant she had much news. It's just kind of sad. But like I said, things tend to implode, and this is what BLM Matters at DC said. This is the point we've been making for months. Look at the reaction in the country. Tearjerker press conference and proclamation of heroes coming soon. Imagine if people knew these folks' names. Being black in DC is more dangerous than any job. Good heavens. I wonder if I can, let me see here. I'm going to see here if I can go on to Black Lives Matter DC if they have anything to say about what they've I'm kind of here. We go. Let me see here. I wonder if they have any. I wonder if Black Lives Matter has any statements. Is Debbie on here? JP has gotten on here. Joey, Debbie may be joining us soon, hopefully. Joey, are you on? Joey, are you on? Joey, I'm not hearing him, so I'm gonna continue with my relaxing music. I just want to see if Black Lives Matter has any statement here. Bear with me, folks. Let's take a look at Black Lives Matter LA. If they have any official statement on the DC incident. And they have, they have a call with the biggest phony of them all.
They commit crime from not just shooting and killing people, but harming, maiming, illegal traffic stops, harassment.
Now that is Sean King. I think he should go out and give his DNA testing. Joey, are you there?
Yes, I just got in here. I know we have a lot of people watching, though. At least Debbie.
Debbie is watching. And we have Donning Sly.
Donning Slides here.
He is in the snows of Canada.
I'm coming for you, Brian. Antifa's going to show you the way, Brian.
Well, you know what? At this point, if you can cure my diabetes, I would love it. But other than that, stay the hell away from me, you freak. You can come if you want to. But
that was the invitation.
Let me just say this.
I'll come as much as I like, Brian.
That's great.
You use the vulgarity as great as I've seen. I wanted to mention, so how are things down in Canada? And are you kind of a chubby person? Have you lost any weight?
I'm not really chubby. I'm in shape, Brian. I'm not like you. I don't have diabetes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you are young.
Pre-diabetes.
Well, you are a man in your 20s, I think. I take it. So
I'm 35, Brian. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
I also see June as 26 and working out every day.
I wish I was 26. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Don't ruin my vision of you, June.
You're seeing a young you, JP?
I'm seeing Sean King. Why are you watching Sean King? He is the worst. Brian.
I'm just.
Why are you talking about BLM, Brian?
They were in the news today.
Oh, it's just that reason. Oh,
God. Your cats. Why are your cats fighting?
Hold on.
This man can't even control his animals.
I don't know if those are animals or if those are strangers that he's allowed into his living room. It sounded awful, whatever they were doing.
Yeah. We don't know. And we always hear the vulgarity from I got to go to the dentist. My teeth are killing me.
I was going to
also use vulgarities, Brian, so stop pointing fingers.
I was going to ask about that. You said today, Thursday, you're going to the dentist, right?
I don't know when I'm going to the dentist. I got to make an appointment.
make an appointment. Tell them to use the chisel and hammer, and tell them to just get level you out, get all the goop out, and you should be all right.
You might be right. I think Debbie Daly is not going to meet us for steak tonight. I'm just thinking. I could be wrong.
She'll be here. All you have to do is keep talking. That's why you have this thing. You just got to keep talking and
Just
reaching
keep
out.
doing your show, bro.
Just keep talking and wishing.
Yes.
Things will get better.
Work hard, and your answers will be answered.
I'm just so tired right now. I feel like sleepy.
Everybody's tired. You got to beat the tired.
Now, Donnie. And we have another person here who's coming along. Another Canadian, by the way.
It's Denny boy. Oh,
the D-Train. Dennis and I did a show last night, and here we are again. He's back. And what's going on, Dennis? Are you there, or are you muted? Oh, you're good.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. How you folks, gentle humans doing? Everybody good?
So far, so good. I'm doing great. I'm a little tired. Brian says he's tired, but I'm fighting it, Dennis. I'm freaking fighting it.
Good, as you should. All right, because you don't want the sleep to get you, because you can always counteract that with a little bit of caffeine. I know that's okay. If you don't mind, Brian, I wanted to ask you a question, Brian.
Okay,
Brian?
Go ahead. Ask. Go ahead. He's watching and listening. Go ahead. He's on mute.
Stoicism, because I am fascinated about this. It's more than just a subject or topic. It's a lifestyle, right? And you've mentioned that you have issues within yourself about being more stoic. Like, what is it that triggers you to make you angry? Like, what is it? I've many times approached you with this question, and you never responded. Like,
well, right now there are plenty of things out there that can make me upset. You know what? I am a rather, I guess, a rather easily triggered person. I get upset when I think things are stupid. But you know what? I can be just as stupid as anybody else. I don't like to admit that,
but Brian, you got no. But Brian, that's good that you admit it. Okay, taking ownership. That's goodness, right? That's beginning. But if you can't change something that you get angry with, you can't be. I can't be angry with that because there's nothing I can do about it. I just got to take it for what it is, right? And then I just move on, right? Like, okay. Examples. You want me to go to examples?
Yes. Give an example. Really? Tell us how you applied this stratagem to your life. What have you done to stay stoic or be stoic? Because I honestly, Dennis, I have no stoic in me. I try, but I look at my family. I come from a place where there's been no stoicism ever instilled into the training program, if you will. So any sort of stoicism that I demonstrate now has been purely me through experience and learning and trial and error, and not being afraid to kind of go out and be wrong. Hope try to be right, but if I'm wrong, I could use that as a learning tools just as much as I can.
Yeah.
Right. So over time, I've learned that it's real easy to get shut down by people who don't want to hear you. It's real easy to get shut down by people who also, I mean, we all have our own issues. So, you know, you kind of walking through your issues, you know, for yourself, giving yourself the inner voice to deal with your problems has always been something I've focused on. It wasn't taught to me growing up. I learned that stuff. So here I am, you know, now as, you know, reaching old age. And
older age. We never get old. Older age.
Older. There he is. There's Dawning Osmond is here.
Oh shit.
Okay,
JP, I just wanted to mention that what you're saying, I agree and concur with you.
Go for it.
Shouldn't he be in rehab?
Right. And what I wanted to mention, to
hold on. I'm sorry, I don't mean to yell, but Debbie wants to call in. Can you put that up there?
How does Debbie call in? Let me turn on I'll turn on my Skype. And
well, let me just say this. Debbie,
I'm not finished.
I will mute everyone out when you come in. I swear to God, everyone.
Oh yeah, come on in, Debbie.
I will remove everyone if you come in. If you come in, I will remove all of the people except for Joey.
We know how much she loves Dennis.
I will remove everyone if you do come in.
I love Debbie.
Shut up, the queen is here.
Well, I mean, if you know, she's the only broad that's coming in here, so come on now. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
Brian. Yeah, with stoicism and what doesn't get me angry, I cannot get angry anymore. All right, it's not good for my zen. It's not good for anybody around me. Right. So what I have to remember is where it's coming from. Like what triggers me, I got to remember who's putting it out at me, and I got to try to understand that. So yeah, you know, it's like I can't let that bother me. All right. If it's coming from a tard or from somebody that doesn't really know what they're saying, or you know what, even when people throw truths at me and it hurts, right? And like it's like a dagger in my heart, and it's like I know it's true. I can't be angry with them, right? It's like, yeah, that's true. And I just got to say thank you. Thank you. Right. But if it's coming from bullshit crap or whatever like that, I got to know where it's coming from. You know, I got to understand that. I got to appreciate that. And it doesn't bug me. It's like no sweat off my back, man. Like you live your life. I'm living mine. All right. I can retort or rebut if you want. But you know what? It's not always so good. Like for my energy field.
Now, comments. Now, Debbie, since I have these two individuals on, Debbie doesn't want to come on, and I think it's
we will keep everybody
quiet.
Yeah, we'll mute for Debbie.
I will actually.
If she comes in,
I'll mute now. Right now, I'll mute now. Bye.
All right, sorry about that, but she said she's going to try another time.
She might not come in, Dennis. So don't go too far. But yeah, that's good point. Stoicism is, I think, I don't think that it's an inherent trait in everybody. I think it's something to really that you acquire with experience. Some people, I think, may have it or may have it. Maybe it's something that's second nature. You know, if it's kind of like some of my friends who ended up becoming lawyers, and they had parents who were lawyers, and so you know they were fine tuned to the language, and it was an easy process, easier. I won't say easy for anything related, but you know that's I think same goes for stoicism, and that we you know it could either be an easy thing, like a natural sort of trait that somebody possesses, or it could, like someone like me, I've had to work at it, and I learned by making mistakes, and I've learned the hard way, as they say, many times, and stoicism is just a byproduct, I think, of those experiences I've had.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, JP. And the way it's a learned thing for me too as well. And I have to put myself in a third person perspective, right? I have to take a look at it in an objective perspective at myself, looking at myself, had an argument with a person. And I have to question myself as I'm witnessing me having an argument with somebody else. Is this proper? Like, is this what Des would really do? Right up on this person? But I'm getting heated. I can see this, so I got to step back. Right. That's why I try to detach myself from a situation. Right. So I don't get emotional, because a lot of decisions that I've made in my life that were based off emotional rage, right, never works out too well. Never. So yeah, add a story there. That's the end of that rant before I carry on and go on with my train. Anyway, Debbie, call in. Debbie, I'll be quiet, Debbie. I
I
really
was
will.
say that for the most part, it is not a natural state. But I mean, we're not. I'm not a child, and I I don't want to think as a child, and a lot of times I still, I realize that when I'm trying to show up and give my point, and I'm desperate to give my point of view, I'm acting rather juvenile when I'm doing that. And if my view is pissing someone off, unless it's really necessary, why would I even want to express it? I mean, I have my opinion, but sometimes it's best to just keep it to myself.
Then why
Well, you
don't
have
you,
that right to
Brian?
express. Yeah, you have that right to express your opinions and your reaction to people, what they say upon you. But it is your choice what you're going to say or not.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you something. I don't, because I have an ego, and
We all
I
do.
okay. Let me finish. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I have an ego, and basically, I think that I can. There's a part of me that foolishly believes that I can convince somebody of my opinion, and for the most part, if they're not necessarily ready to hear or open to hear what I'm saying, it's a waste of time, and I do that too often.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to do.
Th-
In my
Your
opinion,
opinion isn't
just
very
saying.
popular, Brian, and it's not a very
It's
good
just,
opinion to have.
you,
It's not
well,
possible.
you know what, Hitler tried really hard.
Hitler had some really good opinions, didn't he, Dennis?
Oh
Yeah,
God,
no, he was
He
really?
forced.
did some very good things, didn't he, Dennis? He got rid of the parasites.
No,
Actually, he
he didn't
tried to, but he
succeed.
failed. He failed.
Yeah, he didn't succeed in any regard. Sorry, my apologies.
He should have
But we're
fully
talking about
exterminated
stoicism
those
here.
parasites.
No, we were talking about how to control your anger and not to get angry. See, because I can't get mad, because when I get mad and I get angry, bad things happen, right? And then I have to be accountable for those actions, right? And I don't like to have to fucking deal with the consequences. So I don't get angry, and I can't get angry. I can't anymore because it, again, never turns out good. So yeah, I try to be as stoic as I can, Brian. I am a very emotional person, very emotional, right? And I will say I'm a sensy boy. June, I'm a sensy. I'm wearing, I'm wearing my nice clothes. like my nice pajamas, and yeah, I gotta try to keep it normal. I gotta try to not be so passionate all the time because passion is emotion, right? And I can't express my emotion too often because people will take advantage of that and blah blah blah. So anyway, rant over.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I don't give a fuck, but I do care what what people think. I guess. I mean, it is sometimes it is hurtful when people don't like you or give you the cold shoulder. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to. It doesn't mean I'm going to change my opinion. It just means perhaps there are things I won't necessarily discuss with certain people because it doesn't do any good.
Here's the thing, Brian. A lot of people don't really like to talk about race.
Yeah, yeah, I understand, and there's a part of me that did just because it was taboo, and I felt that there was a lot of opinions out there in the mainstream and in the establishment that I was pushing back on. But I'm, like I'll go less on that and just like how to deal with um, daily life and when is a good time to express your opinion and when is a good time not to.
Eh, I don't know. Like, there's sometimes some opinions you have to keep to yourself. If they're too extreme or they will hurt somebody's feelings, sometimes you have to keep them to yourself. But if you don't care, just express them. If you don't care if you lose the person as a friend, or don't care how, or if they look down on you because of your opinion.
Well, I mean, a lot of times I kind of don't care, but at the same token, like if I'm at work, I certainly care about like keeping my job and like at my job, it's my job. I don't care about keeping my job. I don't want to express an opinion that may cost me on my job, but this should be outside of. I mean, this is outside of my work. And I do have, I guess, opinions that aren't that popular, but they are. At the end of the day, they're just opinions, and I don't think they come from not a well thought out place. I mean, to me, I think I come from a much more well thought out place than than a lot of people's opinion. And like I said, sometimes I'll express my opinion because I really don't care if I have that person as a friend or not. Um, because if I can't if they choose to express themselves and I can't express and say things that I believe to be kind of on the absurd side, then yeah, I think it's best for us to part ways.
Yep, pretty well much.
You know?
It's called detachment, cutting cords.
Yeah, I do
Yep.
get I do get detached, and man, my tooth
No,
is
I do it all the time. What?
Speaking of cords, where's JP's placenta? Have you found that yet?
Oh,
no.
God. Here, just a minute. I think I heard it in the. I think I heard it in the garage here. Something flopping around. I'll go see. I gotta go check it out.
I don't think anyone else has anything to add right now, or so I think that this would be perhaps a good time to end the show. Anyone have anything to add before the show ends?
Brian loves fake trannies. That's all.
Yes. The snow has been wonderful on your brain, June. Dennis, anything to add? Well, I think this show is coming to an end, and want to kind of end where we started. And Joe and I were kind of talking about this. People are most honest when, well, if you have something to add, Debbie, you could have come in. Now yeah. Here, I'm gonna invite you one more time.
What a drama queen.
Jeez Louise, I think I'll end it anyway. Okay, if you have something to add, you can come in. If you don't, I'm gonna give you a few more minutes. My tooth is hurting, and I'm gonna ask about the dentist. So Dennis is left. We only have Sly if you want to come in, Debbie. Because if you don't, I gave you the link. The link is in there. Oh, you want the number? Joey, what's the number? Can you put the number up, Joey? I gave you the link, the StreamYard link. Here, let me give you the link in Discord. I gotta get my Discord up. I stopped it because it was beeping like a grandma. Here's the link. Oops. Let me go to. Gosh, darn it. Let me give you the linky poo. See, there you go. You ruined it. All right, I give you a link to this. You've been in our StreamYard before. I've given you the link. I think the number is 310. The last, what's the number, Joey Schnoo? Good Lord. Oh, man. I'm starting to get tired. All right. Well.
Just go to sleep, old man. Go to sleep.
I'm not going to sleep yet, but I'm going to go to sleep in about 9 o'clock. I'm going to go to bed.
Oh, what an old man sleeping schedule.
You need to bury yourself in the Canadian snow. I think it would do you so well. All right, guys. So I just want to add that Joe and I were talking about people being honest, or at least I said to him, and he agreed with me that people are honest when they're horny, when they're hungry, and when they're in pain. The rest of the time, I think they're fighting through their ego. At least I believe that. I don't think Joe believes in all of that. I kind of paraphrased it. Anything to say before I end the show, Joey? I think Joey's brushing his teeth. All right. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Visit our Rumble page. I gotta kind of fix that up, but I'd like people to visit it and also subscribe to it. Anyway, thank you for listening. And also, visit our website, transparencyamerita.com. Thank you.